listen, I made more money during the coronavirus than I made ever in my life off of just contracting work.
Wow.
Okay, my name is Poe. Everybody calls me Poe. My writing name is James Rivera.
Okay.
I write books.
Okay.
I went to school for film production.
Okay.
So I learned how to write screen scripts and stories and edit and do lighting and do camera work and do audio work. Mm-hmm. I've worked in studios. Mm-hmm. I've done off-Broadway shows. Mm-hmm. I've done a lot of things. Mm-hmm. I'm in a park right now.
Okay.
After my years of Hunter College, went to Hunter College.
Oh, you went to Hunter College?
Yes, went to Hunter College.
So what do you study in Hunter College?
I studied film production and media production.
Wow.
Two different majors that I really couldn't take at the same time, so I just had to take film production with the film production courses, and on the side take media classes.
They're connected?
Classes. Yeah, they are connected, but you can't get a degree with film production and media production.
Okay.
They are two separate entities.
Wow.
So, after that, the coronavirus hit, which we were coming up to at that point when you introduced yourself to me.
Yes.
The coronavirus hit, and I thought the world was going to end, but it did not. So I figured if the world wasn't going to end, what I'm going to do before it ends or during the meantime.
Yeah, it only took $1 million.
Yeah, I mean, so I figured out what I wanted to do, and I was writing. I had a lot of writing, skills, and I had a lot of material, so I started writing books. Very controversial books. And I wrote a lot of scripts, and now I'm turning those scripts into books. So this is just the first part. The scripts that I'm turning into books, not out yet, but they'll be out like in a couple of years.
So why does it take you why does it take coronavirus to bring that part of you?
I didn't give a fuck before that. I didn't give a fuck about this world.
Wow.
I'm figuring this world was gonna end. And I thought that was gonna be the end of it. Wow. I always planned for the end, but I never planned for the beginning.
So in a nutshell, the COVID is more or less like a blessing in disguise for you. It kind of like make you discover the part of yourself that you...
Man, listen, I made more money during the coronavirus than I made ever in my life off of just contracting work.
Wow.
Not including,
bro,
all the other shit.
Bro, it's so funny a lot of people said that.
Yeah.
They said from 2020 to 2021, 22, that bunch of millionaires, they came up.
Well, the whole thing is,
you said the same thing now.
Everybody that was established and had a business depended on their business from the community. Yeah. Now, when you take the community away from them, they don't have no business.
Wow.
And that's what the coronavirus did. It took, businesses and shut them down and allowed entrepreneurs to take the stage. And once entrepreneurs took the stage, everybody started putting money in their pocket and living a better life. You know what I mean? So they kind of humbled. Yeah, they had to rethink. A lot of businesses are still not in business.
Yeah.
A lot of restaurants are still closed because
they're closed.
It's not going to come back.
They really had no traffic, so.
And the whole thing is, these businesses were struggling from the get-go.
Because they didn't have the outside thing for the corona.
Yeah. And I mean, that's what happened. I mean, the coronavirus took a lot of people in power, out of power.
And put new people in power.
Oh yeah, I put it like this, and not always in the right sense, because I came out during the pandemic and during the quarantine, and nobody was out except for the drug addicts and the drug dealers.
Wow.
And the police, which was sad to say, was not out, and now they're not out because the state is forcing them to get the vaccine, which they don't want to do or need to do because they was on the front line. They didn't catch it, so they don't need no vaccine, and that's the problem. The city is understaffed.
So by the way, did you take the vaccine?
No.
Why?
Because I'm good. I didn't get sick. Yo, I did not get sick. I did not like catch the coronavirus. I did not get sick. Yo, I was good.
So what was the secret for you? Were you taking any other just to to immunize yourself during you was just living your life, but you quarantine?
Well, actually, I cook for myself, so
Okay.
that's a good thing.
Okay.
But nah, I was hanging out here. After 4 weeks, I came hang out at the park. You know what I mean? And socialized and dealt with people formally and in a close distance.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a big deal. I didn't get sick.
Wow.
So this kind of affected a lot of old people and people that already had like predisposed
like a borderline
medical
condition before.
Yeah, they already had it was predisposed to sickness.
So back to your books. How many books have you written now?
I've written 4 books.
4?
But I've written about 12 screen scripts, which I'm turning into books.
Wow.
I'm adapting them into books.
Do you think you're pushing them out too much?
No, I'm gonna push these out for 2 years.
No. I'm saying,
else.
do you think you're pushing them out? Because you said you've written 4 books within the span of 2 years.
No, within the span of 1 year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because normally for you to write a book, you have to write 1 book within the span of 3 years.
Really?
Yeah, that's how it works.
You better grab a sample of, this is a sample. You can have this one.
Yeah,
read it, and you can check out my
work. Put it back up and you tell
That's a sample.
Wow.
I mean,
you can judge for yourself.
That's some bullshit.
This is works, but you work.
That's some bullshit, yo. I pump out books like this tomorrow, man. I'm good.
You gotta read it.
Read my shit, yo. Read Fantasies of Central Park. It'll have you fucking. You'll want to make a movie out that right here in Central Park, and it'll make
give
millions.
it to you for free, huh?
But you know what you remind me of? You remind me of 50 Cent. When 50 Cent, right?
Yeah. 50 Cent came from South Jamaica, Queens.
Right?
I grew up in South Jamaica, Queens.
So when he got shot, right? And his deal with the Columbia or Universal was cancelled, and he went back to the drawing board. Right? He started producing music, because if he was on the label, they would control the number of.
Well, let me explain something.
Okay.
When I went to school, when I went to school for my associate's degree, I graduated with a 3.7.
That's A.
GPSA. I was the president of the Student Government Association.
Wow.
I was also on the dean's list. I was also a member of Phi Theta Kappa.
They would have gave you.
I graduated with
They
honors.
gave you
I qualified
anywhere you
for
wanted to
every
go.
college in America.
Oh yes, you are.
And I had any choice,
I see you in action.
that I wanted to take. I had to go with Hunter College because it was in the area. I was living uptown.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And it was the most affordable.